I don't know.
Because I can just be like, I was wrong. Like I was tripping. I was like clearly wrong. Like it's no debate there. But I feel like it's seldom you hear like a woman say that.
Or my.
Well, it's probably who you're just dating more.
Yeah.
Is this a counter red flag?
Exclusively.
Yeah.
Not being able to accept the apology, like they accept the apology, but it's just like, but I told you so, and I told you this. It's just like, I just apologized. Why does it have to like continue? Why can't we just put a button on this?
Yeah, forgiveness is like, if you're gonna forgive, you can't really bring it up again.
Yeah, I agree. Johan, can we do the question?
It's tough.
So someone said, hey, adulthood, what's up from Miami? I have a question on AI. I've been seeing this guy for like 3.5 months, and I've noticed that if we get into a disagreement over text or having a deeper conversation over text, his responses seem almost robotic. Like they don't sound like him. Have perfect punctuation, all that. I know he uses ChatGPT at work a lot, and I'm wondering on how to confront him on whether or not he's using AI to respond to me over text. Any advice?
Well, I don't know, because I've just been single for so long. Like, 3.5 months. Why are you fighting so much? But I would just be like, yo, if you're using ChatGPT, I don't like that.
But if you're wrong and he's not, you seem crazy.
Yeah, and then you have to admit that you're wrong.
Yeah.
Prove Ian.
Ooh, I got it. I got an idea.
You ChatGPT back?
What? No. What if you, what he's replying to you, look it up on ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And see what answer it gives.
Or use Claude. Claude is like the opposite of ChatGPT, so you go back and forth if you want to GPT it out.
No, but she doesn't want to have a
she
AI.
wants to actually think and be a person.
She wants to be people. Yeah. I think
I just don't use I don't use ChatGPT or AI at all unless it forces you, like in the search bar or whatever.
Yeah.
This is so weird.
You should ask ChatGPT who you are.
I don't want to.
And see what it says.
I just don't want to give my attention to this thing that I'm against.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take over, so you might as well allow it into your life.
I've always been behind, and I'm okay with that.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. That's the thing with people who
it
lack behind. Like every once in a while, you'll get a little success, and it'll keep you going for like 5 more years.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, I don't need to do anything different.
I think she should. Yeah.
I just had a special.
Yeah, be like, wow, all of a sudden you know how to use a comma? Like, yeah.
Well, big use of the apostrophe there.
Right?
I didn't really know you to be an apostrophe guy.
You're just using colons now? Like,
yeah.
Get out
No,
of
that's
here.
interesting because if it's like super correct punctuation and he's not like that before, he's clearly using
ChatGPT.
He's clearly using ChatGPT.
Or ask him to explain. So, and if he sends something, be like, can you actually tell me what that means? Or like, what do you mean by that? Or I don't understand that. But then it's all these games. Why are you doing this for a man you've only known for 3.5 months?
But it could be because he could be not using it. There's a chance that she's giving him a shot that he's not using it. Because in the event that he is, I feel like you probably got to leave this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe find because other people have dealt with this, maybe hang out on your phone and be like, oh my God, babe, and then read this question like you just found it and it's not yours. Be like, what do you think about this?
And see what he says.
Be like, my friend just is in a fight with her, lie, I guess, if we're doing that. Be like, also, how do you feel about using ChatGPT in an argument? I feel weird about that. What do you think?
Yeah.
That'll tell you the answer right then and there.
That is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, act like your friend was having this issue or someone in your life, or that you're reading. People don't read Cosmo. Like, where do people find things?
I'll give her it out. This is an adult. She's an adulterer. That's what we call our listeners, adulterers.
Okay.
So we want to help. These are people that want to do better in life.
They trust us.
So here's what you do. I'm giving you the pass. Just tell him that we brought it up on the podcast.
Hello.
He doesn't listen to it.
No.
Probably because he's an idiot.
Sorry, dude.
Just be like, I was listening to this podcast,
Boom.
and the guys were talking about they got into an argument and they started using ChatGPT to go back and forth with their girl. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
And see how he plays it.
Serve it up on a platter.
There you go.
Yeah, and then maybe he'll just admit it, and then you can know he's not a liar. He'll be like, "Oh, I am." Or
if he's doing it though, that's a guy.
There's something
that's
deeper
a problem
there.
with that.
But at the same time, too,
because people are just acting like this is normal.
No, but
people are hiling Hitler. Like, reality is not real anymore.
Reality hasn't been real for a long time.
I'm just saying, nothing is as it seems. Nothing's real. The photos aren't real. People's lives, what they're portraying, isn't real. We're living in a weird...
People are exporting their thought process.
People don't think this is strange. And it's children can't read.
we're gonna wrap up, but the Elon thing, that was one of the wildest, like that was one of the most egregious forms of gaslighting on a massive basis that I ever noticed.
Tweeted something crazy and then went to Germany to hang out with other Nazis. Like I just don't understand.
It was like, don't believe your lying eyes. Like it was like literally, and then it was, I don't care what he does, but it was like people who knew, who were there like arguing, like, of course it wasn't that. When they know that if the shoe was on the other foot and it was somebody from the other party doing that, they would 100% think the other way. 100%. And they were pretending like, no, it's a Roman salute. Who the fuck does Roman salutes?
And you know what's crazy? It's like old Jews are doing this.
Roman salutes?
Or
no, like
standing up for him.
Standing up for him because they're in too deep with the evangelical Christian right because of Israel and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though in the long run, they want Jews in Israel so they die and the second coming comes. Like they're damning us to hell. Why are you believing them?
It was also like the ADL, I think they're called.
They were like, oh, this is fine.
But then they defended him, but then they did research on it and they found that he had donated like $10 million to them, like last year.
To the ADL?
Yeah, that'll buy a defense, right?
And some Tesla Cybertrucks?
Yeah, he had like donated a ton of money into them.
And my dad's an old Jew. He was born in 1938. So to me, I'm like,
classical.
Oh.
Why are you more? He goes, he brought up the room. I'm like, bitch, things mean different things.
Yeah.
I'm like, this used to be okay. Now it's white power.
It is?
Things change.
This is white power?
I thought that was for the
I thought people were telling me I had a good show.
I thought that was for the red
I
gang.
thought that's what everyone
See, everybody's on
Milwaukee
was. I thought that was for the red gang.
I didn't know. And this is black power.
Yeah.
Is that still the same?
Yeah, that's why all the like if you see hidden photos are like doing this sneakily to each other. It's like
No,
really?
but I thought that was also something crazy.
Incel shit.
No,
This is also blood.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was for the red gang.
So if there's a black guy with a red flag, that's blood.
That's not.
But if there's a white guy with a flannel, white power.
That's confusing.
Yeah.
But things changed. The swastika also, I think, was something Buddhist.
And
right?
now it's like Kanye's merch.
I can't believe people don't care or not. Like that's what's great. I just can't believe it. We're living in such a wild.
It's just a simulation, right? When you zoom out and you sit back and think about it, like, how is any of this even flying? I know we got to wrap up, but like I sit back, on my late night meditations, and I'm just like, where are we right now?
Start writing in your diary.
I should.
So they could find it.
I should. It's a digital diary. I'm gonna upload it to ChatGPT. It's gonna be properly punctuated.
That's the thing. They're gonna get rid of I don't know what will they're gonna burn the book. Like I wonder what history will be. Like it's so
You stress out about this.
But then I don't do enough, I think, to help. I've tried to, I stress a lot because people have been annoyed with me since 2016 and now they're like, we thought you were a little over exaggerating, but I guess I go, no, Martin Luther King Day is canceled. I told you this 8 months ago. Like, I don't know what, I feel like.
Well, Martin Luther King wasn't a great guy. That guy? The guy that makes an excuse for everything. Martin Luther King wasn't the greatest person. He did cheat. You're like, what are you talking about?
No, he was womanized, right?
He's an asshole on a white podcast like that's trying to do revisionist history.
Yeah.
It's always, for me as a white, sometimes like you assume that, we had an actor on the podcast who played a judge who put these like white kids, I don't know. And then it's wild when I just talked to a black person who was against Black History Month.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of people like that.
But it always shocks me, and I feel bad that I assume black people are liberal, But I guess they mostly are. Or I just talked. We were talking to this dude, and I'm like about the cops or the justice system. He goes, and he was black, and he was like, "Yeah, black people just need to commit less crimes. The cops know what they're doing." And me and my podcast hosts were grabbing each other's thighs. But it's not fair that I would assume that I know what Black people's beliefs are.
No, people.
But
people
I was like, I was like, you really think Black History Month's bad?
Why is it? What was that? I'd like to have him on a pod.
He said, he goes, I didn't realize I was inferior until people told me I had to be. And then my white friends felt guilty and it's stupid. And Morgan Freeman said that it's infantilizing. Why not have Jewish History Month? Why only Black? And I said, well, there's not a history of enslavement of Jews in our country, that's a different thing.
Yeah, that's a straw man argument. Yeah,
we haven't been I always say people hate Jews, but we're not really discriminated against, and then people love black people, but you guys are discriminated against. It's
Yeah.
like wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I hate anyone. Like, I mean, I get
But
why.
that was his point, and I was just like, I don't know. It's not about inferiority. It's just like teaching the history of what happened. Like, and if they taught it all year, you wouldn't need the month. I'm like, I don't know why you would feel inferior learning about the bad things that happened in our country. But I don't know.
No. But yeah.
And then it was like 4 white people arguing with this black dude, and you feel stupid.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna tell this black dude you need Black History Month. That's I don't want to do that.
Yeah. I could see how that could be problematic.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so it's like weird when you assume that like a black person will want it. Black
Could you-
History Month.
I probably know the answer to this, but you could never date somebody who had opposing political views than you.
I need someone that's like a feminist for sure, that like has female friends and like female work associates, like would hire a woman, like sees them as people. That would be important to me.
That's tough.
I know.
Especially in 2025. You might have to code that, right?
That's tough to find in this
environment.
economy.
Yeah, like you would have to be like down for abortion and like, and maybe I'm like too, I would want you to like think kids should be able to eat lunch for free. Like that's important. Like if you don't believe in free lunch.
You want beta cucks? That's what you like.
But don't you think that's like in the long run more alpha and cool to want
I think
kids
so.
to eat?
Yeah, I think so.
That's my line. If I meet someone and I'm not into them, I'll ask, do you believe in free lunch in school? And if they say no, I'm like,
Yeah.
That's a good test.
yeah.
What if they had free lunch?
I had free lunch.
Okay.
I have free lunch too.
I had free lunch.
It was like
Well,
embarrassing, but
sure.
if you just feed everyone, then there's no embarrassment.
There's no embarrassment.
So
But
you're like a communist. You're a socialist.
I don't know the definition of anything, but yeah, I believe in
everything
like,
changes too.
I believe in like taxes. I think like all schools should be good, whether you're in a poor or rich neighborhood. Like, yeah, like I don't know.
That's bullshit.
Kids should eat, have sports, feel
Ridiculous.
safe.
Crazy.
Like, so I don't even think I'm that, but yeah, I would.
Radical?
Yeah, I don't think I'm. I'm like
In today's
basic.
world, that's like radical.
That's very radical.
Thinking every kid deserves to eat is insane.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's insane. There's not enough food. Survival of the fittest.
Even
of the
though-
thickest.
Even though on Netflix, season
Check
2.
out how many seasons you
Season 2.
Yeah, it'll
It's
be
coming
season
out, right?
2. Yeah, March 27th. I gotta call her. I want to catch up with
Tone
Michelle.
Bell is in that. too,
Tone
right?
Bell's in it.
Yeah.
Garcelle Bouvet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tone
fancy.
Bell gets every black role that I audition for.
I know. Yeah.
I text him when there's an audition. I'm like, "Are you going for this? Because I don't want to do it." If
Yeah.
not- and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm on the road. I can't do it." I was like, "All right, I'll
All right.
submit."
Yeah, he books.
He books.
He books. He's been booking for a while.
for a while.
But
Him and Jermaine.
But would you date like
Michelle Buteau?
no, like someone that was really right wing or something? I know you'd have sex with like a Nazi,
Of course.
Oh,
but I don't. But like,
Everyone knows that.
yeah,
that's nuts.
That goes
she's
without
hot
saying.
enough. I feel like
Goes
you would.
That's kind of
I
crazy.
would do it. I would do it out of like
I heard men don't have it.
revenge.
No, we have
Oh,
serious icks.
revenge.
Like one of my biggest icks is like half nail polish. I can't
Oh,
do
that's
that.
me.
No,
right now.
your nails are good. It's fine. I'm talking about
ripping off the
like
gel.
like the chip. No, I can't do that. Or like
I don't have strong.
Sometimes
I
you're
don't
in
have strong
between
icks. Yeah,
appointments.
you're between appointments. Yeah, I don't have strong.
You
icks.
need someone getting their nails done every week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or just take the polish. Take it off.
I don't have strong icks. Like I'll give you like maybe you're between appointments.
Nah, that's not flying.
You don't need to be.
You wouldn't have sex with someone with chip nails, or you just wouldn't date
I didn't
them.
say that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Guys don't have icks in that way.
like icks that'll prevent you from having sex.
I've
Or
gotten an
the
ick in
next
the middle
time.
of sex, and then the guy actually went. He's like, "You're not into this anymore, are you?" I'm like,
He said that.
"Yeah." I go, "No."
Been there.
Yeah.
But, so like you could you have a hard time hiding your emotions.
Yeah.
You wear your emotions on
on
your
your
face.
face, on your sleeve.
Mm.
So he said you're not into it. You said yeah.
Well, yeah. I was like, "Yeah." It's something like it just shifted. I was just like not into it anymore.
If I ask a woman during sex if she's not into it and she says yes, I politely offer to kill myself and leave her $200 for her trouble.
And then go cry.
I leave $200 on the nightstand.
And
for her
I'm crying in
troubles.
the bathroom. Are you okay, Nick?
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
And I offer to clean her apartment. If she
And
needs-
make dinner.
No, he fucking finished, dude.
No.
Yeah, I was like, I
You
was
said
young.
I'm not into it, and he was like, "Well, you better get into it because I'm already."
Like he finished with his hand.
I'm halfway
like, I just
there.
took this pill and it's working.
Yeah, I was young. Maybe I would have left now, but yeah, I was just.
Damn.
So not like just so we're clear, Nazi. That's a nick of yours.
Yeah, but rape, I guess I'm kind of not listening to no.
I just
But I
want
didn't say no. I just said I'm not liking
If you
it.
believe kids shouldn't eat, that's an ick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I just don't want someone that I have that'll be like, but why didn't she go to the cops? Like, I can't like have
You don't
that.
like the what was she wearing guys.
Yeah, I can't. I just can't.
Yeah.
But I also don't. I think like if someone went to church every week, that'd be really hard for me.
That's an ick?
That's an
That's
ick.
an ick.
Believe in Christ. You don't like that either.
Are you talking about church and temple or all of the above?
Like religious. Yeah, that's like you can be into it, but like a weekly appointment's tough, I think.
Really?
That's almost like the basic thing in religion. It's one.
I think that's a prerequisite.
I just don't want to be so closed off that I'm only looking, that like I can't meet somebody, but that like I
But
want
you
to
don't like a guy who goes to church every week.
No, because I ended up going to an evangelical Christian college.
Oh,
and I'm a Jew. Like
that's the toughest
it's just
one.
it was close to my parents' house,
Yeah.
so I went in open minded. I was like a young person, and I left being like, "Fuck all of you."
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Kind of, yeah. So
They're
that's-
radical. They can be very radical.
Yeah.
They can be. I have people like this in my family.
Yeah, it's tough.
They can be. Yeah, it is tough. It is tough. But if a guy, like let's say like a guy was just like maybe not a Nazi, but like he liked the Joe Rogan podcast, would that be a problem for you?
Is that an ick? Is that?
Well, I had to have a talk with my nephew because my nephew listens, and he's very.
How old is he?
He's 17.
That's like the demo.
Yeah. So I told him, I go, listen, you can listen to it for entertainment. You can be into it. But I'm like, you just can't think this man is like smart or a leader of some sort. I'm like, if you like his interviews and his guests, but like, you cannot be sold by this grifter. Like,
Yeah.
just see deeper. I'm like, I don't watch the Housewives to learn and put them on a pedestal. You can watch things you don't have to look up to athletes. You could still enjoy sports.
That's
So
the
I'm
thing
like,
I don't
you
get.
can enjoy it,
So
but
many
I'm like,
people need
please
idols.
don't get in.
Yeah, people need idols. Like they need somebody. Like I've never been that. Like I never looked up to another man ever in any capacity.
Ever.
Never like LeBron, Kobe, never.
What about Shaq?
Never. No one.
I look up to him.
Like I admire them and I applaud them for
Yeah.
what they like. I think they're great people and athletes, and I'm a fan of a lot of them, but never like this
Have you had a
is
mentor?
my person. I mean, I had a mentor like in college, yeah,
Yeah.
who guided me, but I didn't idolize him. I know he was like a flawed human being, like everyone else.
Yeah.
People be idolizing now, where they think like what a person says, everything they say is right, and I'm like, how could you trick your brain into believing that when they're just human?
Do you think that's like an American thing? Because I feel like, especially in America, we have like this fantasy with celebrity. Like they just project celebrities on top of you from the big, like from basically when you're born, and then it's just like, oh yeah, we're like. I remember my mom, and this is when I was like, okay, I gotta like get out the house and do something, because she would watch like Entertainment Tonight, and then she would watch all of these shows,
my mom.
and I'm just like, I don't care about the Golden Girls or anything like that. Like I really don't care about their lives. Like it's funny, but it was just like you're saying, like why do they project these people as idols?
I can watch those things, like I don't mind those things, but I don't care. Like it doesn't affect my like I don't. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect my life. But I mean, obviously, this country has an obsession with celebrity. We've elected a celebrity to be president twice, like pretty much on that. He rode the wave of celebrity, like straight to the top. Whether you agree or not, everyone will admit that he is a celebrity that just kind of rose to the top because we idolize celebrities. Now people sit there and argue like, every single thing he says is correct. Like there's no wrongdoing, Nobody has. And if you believe that about anyone, you believe that about Obama, you're ridiculous. Like
it's crazy.
Anywhere. Like they're just
nuts.
human beings. Like some things are right, some things are wrong. Like anything else.
Every other person.
I don't think I would, if you were far on the opposite politically of me, like far on the opposite.
She would call the cops on you. That's playing.
Yeah, then I don't think you'd be dating me. If you went enough far right. But
This nigga keeps standing.
if you're in the middle, if you're in the middle, we could talk.
Yeah.
Like if you're in the middle, you have reasonable views, you're not like out there.
Middle is just so tough now.
It is.
Because once that's
radical
like
now.
all, it's like the shit that's going down. Isn't that the famous quote? It's not even about the bad guys. It's about the neutral people that kind of don't do anything. It's the good guys that watch.
Yeah. I mean, that's everyone now. That's everyone now. But I think there's even a middle with that, because even with like everything going on with ICE, like you can be like, oh, this is messed up that we're ripping kids from their families and whatever. That's terrible. But we do have a problem with immigration that needs to be handled. Like that's like the middle. That's like the middle. Like you agree that we should do it with more empathy, but admitting that there's a problem.
But what is the problem?
That there's too many of them.
We should, but why don't we kick out like the white ones that have overstayed their visas, right?
Well, what if
this isn't about immigration. This is about like detention centers and like the privatized jails and like the people that are about to make money off of people's.
Yeah, no, but what if the argument was we're only gonna kick out the criminals, whether you're white, black, whatever you are, just the criminals who are here legally should be not in this country. I think that's a fair thing.
Yeah, but like our president's a felon. So like, what are we talking about? What crimes are we talking about?
Yeah, but he's a citizen. So we love our
naturalized
our born here criminals. They're one of us.
They can stay.
I'm talking about like Guatemala.
I don't know. It's just, I came here on religious asylum. So like with my
So you're
family.
like part of the problem.
Yeah, but we came the right way, right? But whatever that means.
Yeah, whatever that means. Because now like that's not even the right
No,
way.
there's
Yeah.
people in asylum. Like there's people, I don't know.
A lot of people came legally who got deported.
It's like immigrant shit. You fight for your family to have a better life. So like that's what I'm thinking of these people more than
Sure.
like the criminal of it. And I'm just like, I assume these are just people who want their kids to have a better life.
Yeah. Well, we've had people. I mean, we've had like there's adulterers who deal with this where like their partners and stuff like have opposing views. It's tricky to handle. I think you can't just like you should be able to have like adult conversations about it, and not everyone's not your enemy. Not everything is your enemy.
I know. I struggle with that.
Yeah.
I definitely
like
struggle
you,
with that.
You just be like you're wrong and you're an enemy.
that's it?
Like,
I just like, I don't know if I'd be able to like date someone that I'd have to convince about free lunch or like that Elon Musk is a loser. Like, I don't know.
yeah.
But maybe it's too specific. Who knows?
You know now there's
But
like
I've been single for years and I haven't really met anyone or I don't really date. So it's like, I don't.
yeah. Well,
don't
you don't
know.
like men who go to church. I think that's like once you open up that window,
But
you're
I've
like
been trying to go to places. I went to Backgammon. I went to Domino's.
The library,
Psycho Took Me.
Dungeons and Dragons
I
at
gotta
the
go to
Garden.
I've been going. I'm
Dungeons-
trying.
a bunch of places where good men are.
Yeah. No, but we can't go to church. So church is out, but the library, Dungeons and
Oh
Dragons.
yeah, library. I'll go to. I'm thinking. I really
Soup
want someone
kitchen?
smarter than me, and so I'm thinking I'm going to start going to college seminars, like speakers, and
But
maybe.
what if they use ChatGPT? Because then
No, but not trying to get. But like if someone's into what lectures, like, I don't know. I'm going to try to like maybe go to
like PhDs and stuff like that.
like some sort of talk.
Okay.
Do you want somebody smarter than you though?
Yeah, so then I don't really have to read, and they can tell me what they read,
Yeah.
so I could know stuff.
I feel like I'm like that in relationships.
That's too much trust, though.
Yeah,
That's
right.
putting a lot of trust.
No, yeah, I definitely like to brainwash
See?
my partners politically.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, to believe in the same
Definitely.
ideologies I believe in. That's like a plus.
But I want them to think. I don't
if
want
you
them
come
to
in
think
with a
I'm
blank
an idiot.
slate, that's great.
Oh yeah.
You want to
Because I can,
You're
I can
painting
start painting
Picasso.
what I want. You know,
Your thought process.
I don't even want you to know about like history.
Don't even know my
Those
name.
are the worst Insta videos. Just guys being like, I like the 90s. It's just so weird.
The what?
They're not trained yet. You know?
That's
no,
so
I'm anti that. I don't date young
That's
girls.
so gross.
Yeah.
I don't date young girls. I don't.
I think that's child abuse.
I don't want to teach.
Then what do you mean? A 30-year-old blank slate?
No, I was joking.
That's
I was-
impossible.
okay.
That's damn near impossible.
Yeah,
That's like a time machine.
yeah.
No, but I want them to think I'm smart in my own way and be like into what I do and be like, wow, she's so good at this. I,
mean,
don't
that's
want
the great
someone to
thing
think
about
I'm an
comedy.
idiot.
You have
Yeah.
to be smart to be.
That's the great thing about comedy because you can
Right.
meet somebody who's like really smart and then you'll just be so much more wealthier than he is.
I hope, yeah.
That's nice because it's like you are very smart, but I have more money than you.
The chicken.
Yeah. So it's like, who's really winning here? You.
It's a stalemate. Oh,
No, you.
okay.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone.
It's like the Ali Wong. She married her.
Isn't
her
she
ex-husband
divorced?
was like Harvard graduate.
He initially made more money. That's the
yeah,
whole
and then
thing.
and then she got so famous that
But
the tables have turned.
But his family, I think that's part of the material. Like his family made her sign a prenup protecting him.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then she started earning 100 times what he
a
made.
gajillions. Does she
Hilarious.
pay like alimony?
They're like really, like he still goes on the road with her and the kids.
Oh, they're still close.
They're really close. I think that, I'm sure that, I don't know her personally. I'm just going off of the special.
Yeah, I'm going off the special, which I love. She's one of my favorites.
She's nuts.
She's so funny.
in like the best way
like her a
possible.
lot.
But
Yeah.
that story of like family making you sign a prenup and like a short night, like like 18 months later, you're one of the most famous, highest earning comedians.
That's hilarious. That's a movie.
Yeah,
That's definitely a movie.
Hardworking, cool. Yeah.
Funny.
You know what would be awesome if I met someone that like was raised in a fucked up way and then overcame that.
The trauma kids.
But not like, like cult, like left a cult, religious cult leaving. So now they're like, fuck all that shit. So there's crazy.
But that sounds good on paper, but I think I'd be sleeping next to you thinking one night the cult stuff is gonna come
back.
I'm gonna catch you one night in the living room with candles around you.
With a hood.
But trauma people, I always think that it might come back.
The cult.
It's like when you rescue a pit bull.
It could come back.
Yeah.
Like it could be quiet forever and then one day it'll bite your face off.
Singing DMX.
Yeah. Do you own a pit bull?
That's actually one of the no, but that's one of the scariest forensic files. What is an episode where a woman was like, told her husband, like, listen, I want a divorce. So he murdered her, but then he took her into the middle of the woods and put her in a wood chipper. The only evidence they found, half a tooth.
In the wood chipper?
Like in the woods. There was someone that months later called and was like, hey, I actually saw something in the woods. And they went there and they found half a tooth and were able to like place him.
They convicted him over half a tooth? That doesn't seem like, that seems like exculpatory evidence.
Yeah.
I watched Law and Order also.
The best was, my favorite's like, they got him on a footprint in a hot dog bun, in a hamburger bun.
In a glizzy?
In a hamburger bun. He like stepped in it. He was the neighbor. And so he climbed in without any shoes and he raped and killed, but he stepped on a hamburger bun on the ground. Yeah. And that's what got him. But yeah, the tooth thing. Yeah, you're right. Anything can switch. I don't know if it's even cult, but like that's a lot of the forensic files. It's just like, I've been married to this woman for 30 years, but I have this new girlfriend. And then it's like murder.
Well, the killing of the husbands and wives, that's interesting to me, right? It's always like the husband and wife. I started watching the new
the wives usually poison slowly.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's usually like a
it's methodical?
Well, it's antifreeze, but now they changed the recipe of antifreeze, but like
so it won't kill you?
So it's not it doesn't taste good. It used to kind of like look and taste good.
Oh, yeah. I've had my antifreeze in my day.
I'm learning so much.
Women usually poison slowly over time, and then men, it's like, I gotta get rid of this bitch now.
You know what we should do?
Write an SVU?
No. We should write a comedy like murder movie.
Yes.
Like
1,000%.
where it's we'll take one of your SVU stories and write a movie based on it, but it'll be funny in it too. But
somehow we have to solve the crime.
Yeah.
The cops can't do it.
Yeah. We should do that.
Like it happens in the news or something, and you're like, hey, Ian, like, or like, did you see this?
You could be you. You could be.
No, we're gonna be each other.
No, you could be the SVU, and I'll just be the only guy that's around.
No, I see it.
I'm the only guy that answers your call.
I see the movie. We have a famous podcast where you're like one of those guys that go, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
50-50. And I'm one of the bitches that's like, sex work is real work. And
just two annoying people.
But then I'm but somehow we have a mutual that is murdered.
Yeah.
And we have to put our
and then you have to be friends
away.
Yeah, that's not bad. This is not bad. So, like, it's so funny.
I'm actually so inspired. I'm about to download Final Draft.
We got to table this. We got to table this.
I paid $400 and completely flushed it down the toilet many times. I did that like 2-3 years in a row. I downloaded Final Draft. Didn't use it once. But it's so funny you use those two examples. Those are like the far extremes.
Yeah.
It's like the guy that's like 50-50, what do you bring to the table? And the sex workers work woman. The two most annoying people on the internet. The two extremes.
I know.
That's amazing.
I do love that balloon popping.
Those gotta be acted though.
You think so?
I mean, some of them are insane. I was watching one guy. The guy was like, "Hi, my name is Craig. I'm 5'5". It was like, and I'm like, you saw him be 5'5". Why'd you wait for him to say that to pop it? You saw him walk in. You could have popped it before.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, the internet and Instagram knows what to feed me because I get enraged by this stuff.
Yeah.
The sexism.
It's psychological.
And so
It's
I have to
programmed.
remind myself those are the fringes and I can't take that and put it on everyone.
Yeah.
But it does make me mad that these people exist.
Would you ever do a detox, like an internet detox?
I did once. I think I went 4 months.
And then
That's a lot.
Instagram.
That's a long time.
Because I hire someone to do my social media. So that stuff went out. But 4 months was the longest I went.
That's going on an Instagram cleanse is
but right now
harder
I'm
than
getting
going
so
celibate.
much attention, you know.
No, you
from
can't-
my
you can't
do that
social.
now.
Okay,
You're
wow.
yeah.
I'm responding to people. I'm like trying to be on top of being, you know, grateful people are watching.
Yeah. No, you're on fire now, but like I want to do that. Like I want to go like a year. I think once I retire from DJing, I'm done. I'm deleting my Instagram.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, I might just hire somebody to do it eventually when I'm done needing attention.
Yeah.
When is that?
I don't see that happening anytime soon. But
But they just know how to make me mad. It's
Yeah.
like a woman with a messy house and a husband going, clean it up. And I'm like,
I heard Sebastian say this once. You know Sebastian Maniscalco?
not personally, no.
He said this once. It's like in his stand-up, which I think you're one of these people. I think I'm one of these people too. He was like, his wife asked him one day. She was like, he got annoyed at something, and his wife was like, "Why are you getting annoyed at this? Like, what does it bother you? Like, just be you." And he was like, "Because I like to be bothered. That's me. Like, I like to be bothered, and that's you. I think you secretly like being bothered."
It's so funny. I did a friend's podcast and we said something so chill, but the lesbians are like fighting in the comments.
Oh, that's every
comment
every clip here will have somebody.
bothering the shit out of
Fighting
me.
you.
So I just keep texting them instead of responding to people. I'm like text, and they're like, "We could take it down." I go, "No, I like the drama.
What are
It's
they?
okay. It's okay."
What are they arguing about? Hey, thank you for helping the algorithm.
It's so annoying. We were talking about heteronormativity. It's called Stradio Lab. I love the podcast. It's George Severus and
Mute that.
Sam Taggart. But basically I said, oh, there's a few couples I know that are lesbians that like fall right into mask femme. Like they, like the butch one acts like, you know, and he goes, yeah, we got to talk to the lesbians about this. We need a lesbian council. And then we started talking about top, bottom, mask femme, whatever, like that stuff. And all the lesbians are like, having this combo without a lesbian, this is horrendous. And I'm like, that was the first thing out of his mouth was we needed a lesbian opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, this is based on a couple I know. And people are like, horrendous, embarrassing, take this down.
Yeah. That's
You're
happening with us.
lesbian,
That's what happens with
and
us
it's
in
like,
every
what
clip.
are you talking about?
No, they don't actually look at the clip.
No, they don't even wait to the end.
They
I'm
didn't
like,
watch the
my
end.
friend is butch and works and makes her wife clean and cook. Like, I don't know what, they're like, read a book. I go, yeah, tell me what book.
Yeah. Well, what we do,
I would love to read this book.
what we do
On
this,
Mask Femme, maybe I don't understand, but also I fuck butch girls. So it's like,
you,
yeah, or they fuck me, but yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you?
A butch?
Yeah.
No. It's
Okay.
gross. I
Yeah, I need a beta dude or a butch girl.
yeah. We had because the whole point, like when we started this podcast, the whole point is we like make fun of like the bro podcast. Like,
Yeah.
so the first half we're just making like fun of them, but these guys, they like to take a lot of those clips and post it like as is.
So like we're
to
being
the naked,
serious.
yeah, to the naked eye, it just seems like we're two douches on the podcast, like talking. So people start fighting, but the adulterers, they know, and they start laughing. They're
Yeah.
like, guys, you don't listen to the podcast. You don't know what they're doing. Because we start the first half joking, and then we get like more serious.
In depth.
But what do you think about this? About for the movie? What do you think if we have a Law and Order podcast and we try to fake a Law and Order episode to try to get them to, would that work? Like to try to get them to see if they'll put it on the show.
We're trying to get on SVU in the movie.
That's for you. Yeah, that's
so it's like,
SNL?
no, you
you
did it.
said
So it's
SVU.
like meta. And then in the end of the movie, we're in an episode of SVU.
Like if we, like, let's say for your SVU idea, right? Where let's say one of them was you found a body in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Would it, like, we fake a crime scene,
Yeah.
like, and tell them that somebody is missing, like, or like thinking
No.
there's just blood all
Because
over.
then we can't wait. No, I like a real crime.
You want a real crime?
I think so.
So real crime happens.
Because if we're faking a crime, we're bad people and we're using resources of the police when we shouldn't.
That is true.
Like we're committing
Okay,
a crime.
okay, here's an
Like if
idea.
we can't tell we can't
Yeah.
fake a crime.
Here's an idea. We get so obsessed with SVU, right?
Yeah.
That
Can you imagine?
we start listening to like police scanners
yes.
to
Okay.
find a crime.
Yeah, back in.
Yeah, and we find a crime that actually happened, and we go to kind of just learn the idea of it, but in learning the idea, we solve it.
And
Yeah.
you can spot.
Well, but maybe they find our evidence because we're sloppy, so now they think we did it.
Yeah, we could.
So
that could
they're
all be part
after
of-
us
Yeah.
while we're trying to clear our names
That's hilarious.
by
Yeah.
solving it.
Right, that can all be part of it. And in the meantime, I'm telling women that they need to stay in the kitchen and work.
Uh-huh.
And you're
Sex
telling women that they
workers.
need to post their vaginas.
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
thing
like
for money.
Like
For
every time
free.
we go to a bar or like try to talk to a witness, you're trying to flirt with her, or like you're like, well, we're not gonna talk to the woman. She doesn't know.
right.
You
That's a
know.
comedy. It's a good
Yeah,
comedy.
it's a good.
Who you with? What agency you with?
I'm at CAA. I'm
Me
in with the
too.
big
That'll be
dogs.
easy. Yeah, that'll be
okay.
easy.
We're with the big dogs.
Yeah.
I'm like really excited. I like being at CAA.
I just got there.
Yeah, it's like
been
it's
here
a
for like
nice
5
brand name. That's how I feel about Netflix. It's like it's a brand name.
I was
It's nice.
I was worried about the brand name being too big for me.
Why? Like not enough attention?
Yeah, you go. I felt like in my other agency, I had a lot of attention.
Hmm.
I was with APA, and they fired my agent. That's why that left.
And then is your agent at CAA or you got a full new one?
No, I got a full new one.
Mm.
They fired her and they wanted me to stay, but I'm like, I don't even like the guy. I was like, I don't even know you.
Yeah.
Like I've been dealing with her the whole time. I don't know you. Damn. And in the conversation, I just didn't feel like he was like it would be the same.
Mm.
I had a team of all women, which I loved. I loved
Yeah.
working with
Smart.
all women. Yeah.
Like Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I feel like he stole it from me. I
probably
had
definitely
5
did.
women.
He definitely did.
Only man was my manager, and I hate him. So
Mm.
Yeah.
it was nice. But we were CAA. Tell them we're pitching it. Tell them we're writing. We don't. Let's not even write it. Let's just pitch it.
I'll text Rachel Rush right now.
Yeah, tell them I'm in CAA. I'm with Matt Schultz and Frost and all of them. And we're writing a SVU. We're doing it for Tubi.
That's what I was gonna say. We got to go to Tubi.
Yeah. No, Tubi's getting real now. Did you notice that they had the Super
Well,
Bowl?
was it?
They had commercials.
Oh, that's Freevee was jury duty.
Freevee's Amazon.
Mm.
What's to be separate?
Tubi's like it used to. They had like super low budget productions, but now the owner wants like they actually got viewership, so the owner wants to go legit. So
Yeah.
they had the Super Bowl. Tubi was the streamer playing the Super Bowl.
Whoa.
Yeah, and they had and
a
it's
bunch of commercials.
the highest watched Super Bowl ever was this one.
Yeah.
140 million people, something like that.
Cool.
And they gave a lot of deals to like big people. Like they just gave the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is now on Tubi in the morning.
Wow.
Deion Sanders has a sports show, so they're spending money.
That's true.
So we can get this SVU movie made.
Cool.
Shoot it on an iPhone.
Excited. We're not shooting it on an iPhone.
We'll get a budget. This is too good of an idea.
No, I just I shot my first couple indie movies last year and I fucking loved it. I'm gonna fucking put a thing together. I like this.
Yeah, no, it'll be
Because we don't like each other, but we found we have to do it.
it'll be like
Because
a
if we don't
Harold
work
and Kumar.
together, we're gonna go down.
Like Harold and Kumar solve a crime.
I love Harold and
Me too.
Kumar. Go
I
to
think
White
that's great.
Castle.
I think that's
Cal
one of-
Penn's been in an SVU.
Yeah, isn't he gay?
Yeah, you could still be in.
Oh,
SVU.
I thought there was a rule against that. Oh, I didn't know they were allowed gays. Shout out to NBC for really leading into progressive.
It was like such an immigrant storyline
Rainbow
too.
Room.
Like his dad was a doctor who was disappointed in him, you know.
Yeah, I mean, whose dad is as a doctor isn't disappointed in you,
That's true. If you're not a doctor.
even if you are.
But my thing is, why do you want your kid working so hard? Like I'd be like, work less, make more money.
Because you worked hard.
But being a doctor is like, I can't imagine.
That's like the highest honor, though, from an.
It's
Indian,
it's
like,
an
immigrant
it's an
family.
honor, but it's a terrible job.
Lifestyle.
Yeah,
It's 24-hour on call. Well, I know one neurologist, and he's 7 days on, 7 days off, and that's pretty cool. But
I don't like that. Still, I think those 7 days off. It's a lot of like recouping and bouncing back. So
no,
you
he's
don't
gay and
get it.
fabulous. He's like traveling.
Oh, he's gay.
yeah.
Oh, gay people, they don't really need like rest.
Yeah.
No, they don't. They just keep
gay
going.
people are really like they're like happy with life.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So I hated when I did the HBO special. I hated that everywhere I went, they would ask like, you do an interview and then they'll be like, "So what's next?" And you're like, "What do you mean what's next? I'm enjoying this shit right now. I thought this was it. I didn't know there was
Put
a
out
next."
a special.
Well, the next is the movie.
Yeah, the next is the movie. I want to, but it is so funny. This industry is crazy
It is.
because it's like the biggest thing that's ever happened in my life. And I think people are over it already, you know?
Oh yeah, I've been.
Is
over
that
it.
just
Yeah.
like life period though? That everything is just so
That's
accelerated?
how we are now. Yeah.
That's so sad.
No, yeah, people are over it for sure. Like if you didn't come in this week, I would have been like, "It's."
I'm gonna
it's
watch
done.
it twice. Just
It's
like,
done.
That's terrible.
I know. Well, we get a 10-day report and 28-day report.
Okay.
But your second one's with HBO too, yeah?
No, I don't know. I don't
don't
know
know
how
yet.
it
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
HBO's a good.
I met.
name. I hate that they made it Max.
I met with Netflix last week, and like we'll see it. We'll check it out, but we'll
All
see.
right.
I don't have like. I feel like I think you're one of these people too, where you're like, you gotta like the comedy because I don't come with 2,000 million TikTok followers.
Yeah,
So
no.
you gotta really like the stand up to buy this.
Yeah, and then the first 2 days the special came out, I was just texting famous people. on
Yeah,
my
you told me
phone.
that.
Yeah, it was.
You checked Jane Fonda.
No, I did not.
You checked Michael Che.
No.
So you
he's
texted
not-
no famous people in your phone.
I texted Mateo.
Mateo's
I texted some Drag Race queens.
nice.
Um,
But
I-
Mateo was gonna post you regardless.
he's the one who told me I had to do it. He gave
Yeah.
me the idea and the format on
Yeah.
how to message people.
What's the format?
Like he's like, get a flyer made that says out now. And then he's like, add a link, but I didn't do that. And then like how to kind of word it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's is there anything worse than asking somebody a favor?
Yeah, most people are like,
No, everyone would do it graciously.
Yeah, that's what everyone said. But it definitely like separates who's a friend and who's a colleague.
Really?
I think so.
How so?
Some people didn't like. If people don't, you're like, oh, we're not like
People did it,
buds. No, most people did, but
but some people didn't.
Some people did not.
So those are colleagues.
What'd they say?
I've got some people didn't respond at all and then just posted, but some people just didn't respond nor post.
And read?
And some people I texted and they went, I already posted.
That's the best.
Yeah.
That's friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best. I generally just post for my friend. Like they don't
Same.
ask me. Like whenever I see it, I'm like, yeah, I'm a fan of theirs. Why not? What do you
course.
lose with a post? I think some people probably worried about what you were saying in it.
Yeah. I just have one R word.
What's that?
Retarded.
Oh. Is that out? I thought that was back.
No. That's
No,
still
it's
out.
back.
No, it's
I
still
said
out.
it once.
Elon's
It's
doing
pretty-
Nazi salutes, and I can't say. What are we doing?
I don't say it loose to my life, but I do say it once in the special. But it's like with these lesbians, it's like people take shit seriously. Like I do one joke about breastfeeding and I call women pedophiles, right? And clearly
Hilarious.
that's like not
you know
real.
the new term
Hilarious.
is PDF. You got to say PDF. You can't even say that.
Pedophile is out?
Yeah, pedophiles out.
Why not?
'Cause the pedophiles
Why?
are
getting
Because
offended.
pedophiles are in charge.
They were getting offended.
I just learned. I have a daily update
But
of what's
PDF
in and
already
what's
means
out.
something.
I know.
Oh,
That's what I would do at work all the time. But like, you can't say it.
Oh, like to get monetized? What do you mean though?
Like monetization.
Oh,
if it's
because
in
they're
your,
all pedophiles. That's why I think the Democrats don't actually do anything because I think there's videos of them all committing sex crimes.
Oh, you're deep down the conspiracy.
Why else would they not fight against the system? Like they're all bought, and I think they've all been to
paid for.
Thailand. I think they've all been on the islands, and I think they're all guilty.
What do you mean not fight against the system, though?
So does that make you right wing?
Crazy. What do you mean?
What you just said?
Well, no, they're all.
Oh, they're together.
Yes. That's why when people try to get me, I'm like, every powerful person I assume is a rapist or pedophile till proven otherwise.
So are you
I am never surprised by any news. When they're like, this president, I'm like, of course. I can't. When they're like, what about Bill Clinton? I'm
Maybe
like,
that's why some of your famous friends didn't post your stuff. They're like, well, you called me a pedophile on your SVU podcast, so I'm gonna sit this one out.
But don't you think that that's what famous people do? They get successful and famous to commit crimes.
But when, like, I feel like old fame, yeah, but new fame, I think y'all know this, and it's just like, I can't do none of this. Put your phone away. Like, oh, your phone's out? I'm going to be straight and narrow.
But it's any positions of power. It's like being a principal, being like the head of anything.
High school
the
basketball
businesses.
coach.
I mean, but I feel like we gotta draw distinctions when we say like abuse power and crime and PDF.
You're right. There are poor PDFs.
There's those two things are,
Yeah, they could. I think people in the government got on planes, go to Thailand. I think they get into the sex tours. I do. I think.
I mean, people in the government do that. People in this room do that. But I don't think that's necessarily. I don't think that's necessarily like the worst thing to do. But I do just think they're bought. A lot of them
Just
are bought.
Yeah.
They're just bought. It's not.
But
even,
it's
wrestling.
just the money, or there's got to be more leverage, right?
the
They're
money
cheating on their wife. I just think there's probably an escort service in DC, and they're taping it all. Like,
Have you done the DC
or
improv?
isn't there a piss tape? Is that old news?
There's always a piss tape.
There's always
No,
a piss
no,
tape,
there's always a
right?
piss tape.
Yeah.
There's always
No, that was a
tape.
basically fake news.
That was fake?
Yeah, apparently.
I thought.
Look, we fact check here. Facebook doesn't, but the
That's what we
Adulthood
do.
Pod, yeah, we try to get the truth
There's
out.
been so much I forgot about the piss
Have you done
tape.
the DC improv?
I'm doing it February 21st.
Shout out.
Oh, really?
22nd. Yeah, February 21st.
So you're staying in the hotel across?
Yeah.
So that hotel.
Yeah, I'm staying in the hotel across the street.
Sorry, yeah. I mean, everyone that knows that the comics stay. But anyways, this hotel is like look up the history of that hotel. There's so many political scandals that have went down in that hotel, like of politicians, like with prostitutes. I think Anthony Weiner, like one of the prostitutes he had, or I don't know what we call them. What do we call them now? Doctors. Oh, sex workers. I don't want to offend. We'll call sex workers was in that hotel. So much like political scandal have gone down in that hotel. It's kind of cool, and the hotel is one of the best.
Yeah,
Like
it's nice.
Yeah, you'll love it. You'll love it. The DC Improv is my favorite club. I just did Tampa Side Splitters. Have you done that?
No, I don't think I ever will, right?
Why?
Well,
You
they
think
haven't
that-
had, like, should I go do it?
Well, yeah. Now that
I've just
now
heard
with the Netflix
I
special,
just
yeah.
heard
got
it's
a
like a
special.
nightmare. People have not said. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a good time.
Oh, okay,
I
great.
thought it was fun. It was great. It's a good club. Hilarities,
Yeah, in
You done it?
Cleveland, I have.
best. I'm doing Comedy Works this weekend.
Okay, that's really, really fun.
Yeah, I hear that's like the best.
Yeah, they pack it out. But I like most of the club. I like the punchlines I'm doing, the
I
helium.
like the
I'm about
punchlines.
to do Portland.
DC Improv, you'll love. They're amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Tempe Improv, fire.
Yes.
I just did that.
And they
Fire.
have a good fried rice. They have good food there.
I
Better-
judge.
Not all the improvs are the same
No, no.
quality of
No.
food.
I
And
judge the
Tempe's
clubs
good.
by how attractive the audience is,
Mm.
and I think this is a can't fail thing.
Tempe?
If the audience is attractive, it is a good club. Ugly people don't go to bad places. I mean, attractive people don't go to bad places.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I can show me the audience, and I can be like, "That's a good club."
Wow, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Should write a thesis on it.
Yeah, no. Attractive people don't go to bad places.
Mm.
Ever.
No, there's no need to. Why was a pretty woman doing in a shithole?
What if she was like, you don't, yeah.
You could get one, but I'm saying
A group.
if the audience, the whole audience, like you'll see the DC audience, everyone's attractive.
Mm. Shout out to DC.
Yeah. And they're the best crowds, DC.
They're so
'cause they all
smart.
work hard and
Yep.
like,
They know stuff.
they know stuff and they're down to laugh because they know the true horrors of the inside of the government.
Yeah, they know the behind.
Would you be able to date someone that was like CIA and had to keep their job a secret from you?
I'd prefer it.
I watched too many of
I don't
those
gotta hear
shows.
work stories. That sounds amazing.
I watch too many of those shows, so I'll pick up things like, nah, you're in the CIA. I could.
You would be okay
You know
with
what I think is hilarious?
What?
If you like, you're dating someone who like has a regular job, but you like convince yourself that they are in the CIA,
In that CIA.
but they're not, and you just keep like your
They're
whole
just cheating
relationship.
on you.
Your whole
Watching them.
relationship, you're like, I know what you're doing, and they're like, I'm gonna
I'm
leave.
going to
you.
work.
I'm not in the CIA. You're like,
I'm
yeah,
glad you
sure.
think so.
I think about that.
Yeah.
If I could have someone
Could
just
you?
like in the Men in Black. Oh, because in Men in Black, they can have a
I
person.
mean, people fighting aliens.
No, I don't know. Because I like honesty, but I would be like so intrigued by their job. But
I don't believe that people in the CIA aren't telling their wives about their day
Yeah.
or husbands.
You can't be married.
No, your husband and wife, they
They
get
know.
everything. They get all the
Yeah,
information.
they definitely got to know.
Right?
Especially if you talk in your sleep.
They marry within.
Yeah, sometimes
It's like wrestling.
I see that on TV though. I think the Blacklist that happened in the Blacklist. Like she was in the FBI, and then she found out that like her husband was like a spy.
oh,
Yeah. So that had like a whole thing. And
Could you be a spy?
no, I have a podcast where I tell everything.
I want to think I can do something like and help, but I
No.
think I'm
This is it for you, like comedy.
people. Yeah, because the whole thing is you're supposed to go under the radar, but
Your gift is comedy. You can point out shit and make people laugh. And they
Laugh,
give you money on Friday and Saturday night.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't know why I'm trying to find a
yeah,
second
like,
job.
that's it. That's it.
And you have a special.
And that's fine. That's like a great thing. You're doing it at the highest level that it's ever been done.
That is what's so fun about comedy. Like with music, you don't get to meet your heroes right away or open for people right away or perform in the same club as
No.
the biggest stars,
And
but
comedy
we
immediately.
do.
and
Immediately.
y'all are like tight.
Immediately.
And you learn to hate them.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You learn
I
to
thought y'all
dislike
become
them
tight.
and get annoyed every time they come around because it's ruining your night.
Are you talking about somebody?
I'm talking about everyone.
Oh.
Anytime anyone comes by, my night is ruined
Mm.
because I had plans. I wanted to go do a spot and then sit upstairs and do nothing.
Mm.
And now
Now I
you're-
gotta wait till you do your time before I go on. But when you're new, you're like, oh my God, I heard, Jamie Kennedy is here. And it gets old. No, but I think that it's if you're doing something in the top 0.1% of the people who has ever done it in the world, I think that says like this is probably what you should be doing.
For sure. But you know, there's always that fantasy. South Park did a whole episode, I remember, but the fantasy of being like, the government needs your help. It's the end. It's like Armageddon. Like you get the call and you're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to space for the group. I don't know. Like that. That's not a fantasy.
Maybe we could
Maybe
add
it's like
that
a
to
white
the
woman
movie.
thing. Like I just want to be a savior so bad.
Yeah. That's why you want Black History Month.
Yeah. I just want to like protect someone at a Starbucks line.
Maybe we could add this to the movie.
But then I keep trying to be a white savior and you're humiliated.
Yeah. Well, we
You're
definitely
like,
got
bitch, we don't need your help.
We don't need to add that. And stop calling them person of color. Just call them Jason.
Name.
Or maybe
Someone actually did this to me, and it is a person I enjoy in my life. But they were talking about a comedian, and they're like, and I said, "Oh yeah, she's awesome." And they go, "I think it's they." I go, "Well, you can think whatever the fuck you want, but this is my friend."
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if she cut her tits off. She's
Who
a
is it?
she. Robbie Hoffman.
Yeah, that's the day.
She's she.
No. No, that Robbie's great.
Robbie would be great on this podcast. She's more toxic than anyone I know.
Oh yeah, we will have her. Yeah, we love a toxic queen.
Yeah, she is a toxic.
But I'm thinking that like maybe like we think that like the police need us, but they don't.
Well, police definitely don't need us.
Maybe we witnessed the crime, and that's why we're important to the investigation.
Oh yeah, but we
take it as like it's our job to solve it.
But you witnessed the crime because you were already on the trail. So like you saw the writing on the wall. Like maybe it's like a serial killer.
Yeah.
And then you're following it in the news, right?
It's kind of like Rush Hour 1. Have you seen Rush Hour?
Well, and I was thinking about Some Like It Hot as well. But
I've never seen that.
In Rush Hour 1, like he thinks he's working, he ends up solving the thing for the FBI.
Yeah.
But the FBI don't want him there. He's just there to like supervise.
Yeah.
I've never seen Rush Hour, I don't think.
What?
I know.
It's on Tubi.
It seems like something.
It is. That's another thing. Tubi got some great films.
Because
It's on Netflix too.
I bet I would
yeah.
love it. I gotta watch Rush
You would
Hour.
love it.
That's
Yeah.
my feel-good movie.
It's
I think I'll get
Black, it's
high,
Asian.
put on Rush Hour, and then do ideas for our movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my spot's not till 12:30.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Those late night spots.
Oh,
are
that's
brutal.
great.
Well, you know my big story. I went up to so I've been performing there for over a decade,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm always late night. And suddenly I was getting 9s and 10s. Loved it.
9s and 10s, perfect.
So I go, I'm gonna go early and thank her. And I said, loving these early spots. Thank you.
She's like, are you?
She goes, well, then I'm not going to give him to you anymore. And I've been back to the midnight hour.
Oh,
There you go.
man.
And that's why SD is good in my book.
Yes.
She's my favorite
She does
person.
not. I was like, I'm going to say thank you. And she was like, I don't need this. She's like, get a life, you loser.
No,
Get
no,
back
yeah.
to 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I get to sleep. I'm like refreshed for Soul Cycle. Like, I'm getting older. I was like so happy to get to bed.
Well, I
Take
just
it
want the
back.
record to show that I'm happy wherever SD puts me. I don't have. I know she watches podcasts. I don't have.
No, that's the thing. I hosted there for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
All the late
Remember,
nights.
I mean, I don't want to get too inside baseball and comedy, but I feel like back then when we were starting off, like you had to host for like a while to like get in. Like now, like young comics, they'll like host for like a month. They'll be like, I have 10,000 followers on TikTok. I need the headline. And like, that's how it goes. Like bookers tell me, like they get emails from comics like a year in who like, I can't host no more. Like I'm too big.
There are people that I know, I don't even know if I wanted to, but there are people I know that like were so excited to get in and then are immediately complaining like, I'm going to let you early. I got to get home, or, oh God, I'm like, you just got here.
Yeah.
How are you already having like rushing home? I don't get it.
Yeah.
But
No, for sure. For sure. That happens.
it really is, it makes you better doing late night because everyone's wasted and you really have to like wrangle.
Yeah, you really got to
But then getting those, you're the one who said this. You never know how good you are till you go up at 8 and you're like,
oh no.
oh my God, you guys are listening.
they're
You're
flat.
sober. You're like,
No, I call it the New York white guy spot, which is like the
Yes.
third spot. Like I need to go. I'm only funny third. I'm funny when they've had a drink, they've been warmed up, and now I can do the things that I want. This is the only place I can be funny at.
I judge those comics, the perfect crowd. They were too business. They were too young. They were too They were too this. And it's like, maybe you suck. Or I hate when people go, ugh, they were this. I go, I'm better than you. I'm not going to have the same night as you.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh, they were this. I go, yeah, I wouldn't listen to you either.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Or why are you putting
call
it
them
in my
hippie
head that I don't
Nazis,
like that?
Right.
At least I know when but I know it's my fault.
No, yeah. You don't blame them.
I would never get all I would say is if someone asked, I'd go, they didn't like me.
Me too. Me too. I say that a lot.
I couldn't get them.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I say they didn't like me. They didn't like me.
Yeah.
But I hate when people go, they
crowd.
were annoying. And it's like, but why are you ruining my fucking vibe?
Yeah.
Well, disclaimer, if they were like drunk and heckling, I don't say they didn't like me. I would be like, I didn't even have a chance to do what I do. They're just terrible. Like that happened recently where they would just like people had to get kicked out. They just didn't let me finish a bit. Like you set up a bit, they just like step on it. Or like sometimes when people get drunk, like you set up a bit and they'll be like, why? And you're like, well, yeah, I'm gonna explain why. I was gonna leave you right there. No.
Or someone, I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, I'm explaining.
I'll explain.
That's so funny.
I'll explain it.
Or they like, I say something silly. I go, well, as a white or something like that. And someone was like, yeah, we could see that. And it's like, it's funny to say it the way I'm saying it.
Yeah. No, that's why it's funny.
Yeah.
You can see that. That's the worst. I find that a lot in like the clips from this podcast that go viral. Like people will comment about the sarcasm. Like they'll explain why it's a joke in their comment. Like they'll be like,
that's not true.
They'll be like two men saying this. It's ridiculous, and I'm like, yeah,
yes, that's the whole point.
Yeah,
that's the whole purpose of the
thing.
show.
Like, it's two men that don't know what they're talking about, clearly saying something that's ridiculous. That's like the humor.
Yeah, because on that lesbian, someone wrote horrendous. I go, if this is horrendous, let me show you parts of the internet.
Let me show you my text message friends.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's another. Have you guys discussed the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni?
No, what's that?
No.
Well, it's just like a he said, she said. What's going on?
Oh, yeah. She's suing him, right?
Deadpool?
They're all suing each other,
Deadpool's
but
wife?
in the deposition, Ryan Reynolds' wife, but they have to release all of their text messages.
Woo!
Can you imagine having to release you and your husband's text messages
That's like
to the courts?
No,
that's state secrets.
I'd rather not sue. Like I'd rather just make it go
I'll let it go.
away.
I'll drop it. Yeah, because that's supposed to be a safe space.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're in a restaurant or something and you're going like, if you and your wife or your partner are like going, y'all got the jokes flying, forget about it. You get canceled right then and there.
Yeah, I mean, my text message is a mixture of racism, self-deprecation,
all of them.
Anti-woke, right-wing, left-wing, homophobic.
Love this.
Everything is
eczema.
Yeah, it's just everything. Like, I hit everything.
Everything is up there. Yeah, for sure.
Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, the finale episode. They're in Mexico. They're at a nice dinner, and one of them goes, "I have a good idea for a game. Everyone, find the meanest text message you've sent about someone here, and then let's have them read it out loud so we could put everything behind us." And then they
did it.
That sounds like such a reality TV show.
That's a producer.
Realistic.
Yeah.
They passed each other the phones.
phone?
And read the meanest things about themselves from other. It was brutal.
No,
why would they do that?
That's clearly like a
She
producer.
was like, her husband
clearly
has one foot in the ground. She dressed like a hot dog because she sucked her way to the top. Like
a hot dog?
She wore like this hot dog outfit to remind everyone how she sucked her way to the top. Like it was crazy, and they made the person read it.
Yeah, this is why I hate reality TV. You watch your reality TV person?
I'm a Bravoholic, yeah.
Bravoholic, yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's wrap this up. Give the adulterers some advice, some life advice, whatever you want.
Some life advice.
You're very successful.
Well, I mean, I struggle with some stuff that I don't even take this advice, but at the end of the day, you're going to be whatever age and whatever years either way. So just like try to do what you want. Like leave the man, like do the things you need because you're going to be 40 either way or 50 either way. And you're still going to have these fucking same problems. So like go after it.
Go after it. That's a big adult. That's what we do here.
That's a t-shirt.
We encourage. We've had people. I mean, I know we'll wrap up on that, but we had people send us messages that after listening to this podcast, they went and got their master's degrees and GEDs, and they're no longer criminals. So we inspire people doing this.
Yeah, for sure. There's some things I'm like, fuck, get it together already. But you're gonna hit those ages. Might as well go for it.
There you have it.
There
You
you
heard it
go.
here first. Tell them where to find your podcast.
Where all podcasts are. That's Messed Up, an SVU podcast.
That's for you podcast. Look out for the movie coming.
And I'm on
soon.
the road.
Look out on the road. What are
Come
you? Are you
see
on
me.
Punch Up? Punch Up Live?
Is that thing?
Yeah.
No, I just have a link tree and my sister's working on my website.
Tell her to get on Punch Up. It makes it so much easier.
I know, but how much? Like, all right.
It just makes it
I have a
easier with a
square
ticket.
space, so they'll just do it all.
They'll do it like you put all the dates. It makes it easy. You just go and on my website when you go buy tickets, it just goes to the Punch Up site and they have tickets for all your dates. And they have an app where you can add the dates. It's very easy. Very
All
easy.
right, thanks. I'll look into that.
Yeah, very easy. But what is it? LisaTreyger.com?
Or glittercheese.com or Liza Treyger.
Glitter cheese.
It goes.
Glitter Cheese is her IG.
That's-
Follow
But I'm
her on
gonna be
Instagram.
everywhere. Yeah, I'm on the road.
Yeah, you got the new hour yet, or you're building?
Yeah, it's just not that good. I mean, I get the laughs, but then when you like before the special came out, you would put a few old in between.
It's very
the two,
different,
and they,
right?
like,
Yeah.
they just pop so
Yeah.
much more.
Yeah, I got like a new
But-
like 7 minutes. That's working.
It's working.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you saw it. He came by.
I have a couple
recently.
stories with no ends.
Oh, I have
so-
I have one that I have one story that I'm like, this is gonna be big. I just haven't figured it out yet.
Glitter
Like,
cheese.
I don't know.
That's
But
It's,
follow
but
Glitter
I have
Cheese.
a good and I have you're gonna see a whole new show for
Good,
sure.
good.
Okay.
Follow Glitter Cheese. Go see her live on the road. Most importantly, Night Owl right now on Netflix. I'm telling you guys, I couldn't recommend it more. Watch it, check it out. Help the algorithm. Help Netflix respond to her emails and phone calls. Like it and just leave it playing. Watch it once, and if you like it, just
Watch
leave
it
it playing in
again.
the background.
Yeah.
You know, one of my biggest flexes is my half hour on comedy on Netflix. I talk about men, coming, sex, whatever, and I have girls message me that they make their dates watch it, and then if the guy doesn't like my special, they don't fuck them.
What?
There you have it. Make
Get some.
Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
I've had multiple women message me that and tell me that in person, and I'm like, I feel good about that.
Make your husband or significant other watch
Watch
Night
this.
Out, and if they don't laugh, divorce.
Keep that, yeah,
Divorce.
divorce.
That's
and
what we're
keep that
saying.
kitty to yourself.
That happened after San Francisco. I went back to San Francisco, and a girl goes, "After your show, me and my boyfriend got into a big fight outside, and we broke up."
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe don't say that when we're trying to get people to come out to the shows. That was just a one-time thing. That doesn't generally happen. You don't generally go to Lisa's show and break up with your significant
I'm
other.
gonna ruin my career before it starts
Yeah,
for
but-
sure.
So guys, listening, don't be. You can bring your girl to see her. It's fine. Adulthood Pod. Thank you for coming
Thank
on. I
you
really
so
appreciate
much.
it, Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank
This
you.
was
This was
so
great.
We had a
fun.
great time.
Thank you.